And yes, I am aware that I look like a 5-year-old right now with my pigtails and my bows in my hair, but I actually feel really cool because if you guys were around in the 90s, Sailor Moon was like the coolest girl ever, or at least I thought she was. I thought she was so cute and I just love that show. So I thought it was like the perfect outfit to recreate, or costume to recreate, for Halloween this year. And I absolutely love the way it turned out. I think it's super fun and festive and I feel like so cute and fun in it. So I think you guys should definitely try and recreate this. If you don't have blonde hair like I do, they sell Sailor Moon like exact wigs on Amazon. I've seen them, but I was like, I'm just gonna rock my natural hair today. So yeah, here it is. I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And if you recreate this, make sure you send me pictures on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, anything. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun making it for you guys, so here we go.
Okay, so what I used to make this costume, I bought a few things on Amazon, like this white leotard, this blue stretchy circle skirt, these white costume gloves, and these red knee-high socks. Then I got a few things at the craft store, like this really thick red ribbon, some thinner red ribbon, some gold and white ribbon, and then some red elastic and some red rhinestones, some blue fabric. I just used blue felt fabric, and then a piece of yellow felt. So the first thing I'm going to make is the cape that she wears. So I am taking my leotard and my piece of blue fabric. This is about like 11 by 7, I think. And I'm just kind of lining it up where I want it to hit along the back of the leotard. And then I am marking off where the neck hits so I can mark off where to cut that. And then I am folding that over and folding over the extra fabric that we have left and marking off where the neck lines up and the front on both sides. And then I am going to take my felt fabric and cut along the lines that we just created. So I'm making kind of like a oval in the middle, just so that this fabric like lines up and you can wear it like a little cape, you know? And then in the front, I am going to mark off like where I want to cut off this square, just so it is more of like a cape shape. So I'm just kind of doing that along the neckline and then cutting that. And then for the back of the cape, her cape has like little white stripes along the back. So I'm taking my white ribbon and gluing it along the edges of the cape. So I'm going to cut that off. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that along the bottom as well. And on the other side. And then I'm going to take my glue gun and run a line along the inside of the first ribbon I created. And then I am going to lay that ribbon down next to it because her cape has 2 lines of white stripes along the back edges. So I'm just going to do the same thing on the bottom and on the other side. So then I'm taking 2 pieces of ribbon on the inside of the front and gluing them on these little pieces that we created in the front, just so that I can tie the cape together because the fabric I had wasn't long enough to tie together. So now moving on to the bow. She has 2 large bows on her outfit, so I'm going to do the first one on the leotard. I'm kind of measuring it so it is as wide as the leotard, and then I'm making a circle that width, and then I'm flattening out so it's kind of like this sphere shape. And then I am going to glue that together so it stays in one piece. Then when it dries, I'm going to scrunch down the middle so I can kind of create this bow shape. And I'm going to tie that together just for now with this little white ribbon. You're not going to see it in the end, but I'm just doing that so it holds its shape. And then I am taking a rectangle of my yellow felt and I am going to glue that around the middle so it looks like the center of the bow because the center of her bow is yellow. So yeah, there is my bow. I'm going to let that sit and dry for a second. And then I actually looked and I realized that her bow had a tail. So I am creating that right now, just cutting off a piece of fabric the length that I want my tail and making the edges pointed like this. And then I'm just going to tie those 2 pieces together with a piece of ribbon and then cut off all the extra fabric and ribbon just so it's not too bulky. Then I'm going to hot glue gun that to the back of my bow. And then I'm putting another piece of yellow felt on top of that just so it's flat for my Velcro right here. So I'm going to glue a piece of Velcro to the bow and then glue the other half of the Velcro to my leotard. That way I can put my bow on once I have my leotard on and all stretched out. So I'm doing another bow the same way for the back of the skirt. So I'm measuring the width of the back of the skirt, gluing that piece together, and then tying it together with a little piece of white ribbon. And then I decided to make the tail first, and I'm making this tail a little longer. And so I am just tying that to the back of my bow so it hangs down nice and pretty. And then I'm taking another rectangle of my yellow felt, and I'm going to wrap it around the center of the bow again and hot glue it down. And then I am just going to glue my bow directly onto the skirt because I just think it will work. And I think it looks so cute. I really like the way it looks. So now for our accessories. The first thing I'm going to make are my gloves. So she has white gloves that have like red stripes at the top. So I got this red elastic from the craft store so the gloves will still stretch over my arms. So I am just gluing that to the top of my glove. So I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. And then cut that off and then do the same thing to the top of the other glove. And then her gloves actually have 3 red stripes, but I only had enough red elastic to make 2 stripes, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that, but I still think it looks super cute and gets the look across. So now I'm taking my yellow felt and cutting out 2 crescent moon shapes that are pretty small, and she's actually wearing red thigh-high boots, but I didn't really want to spend money on those, so I just got red knee socks. And I am gluing my yellow little moons that I just made to the top of my red knee socks because she has moons on the top of her red boots. So yeah, this is going to kind of give the same look across for a lot less money. And then I'm going to glue those down and let them sit and dry. And now I'm making her little choker. So she has a red choker with a little moon. So I took my thinner red ribbon and measured it so it could tie along the back of my neck. And then cutting out a little yellow crescent moon with my felt and gluing that right in the middle. And now I'm making her little gold pointed headband things. Now I'm taking 2 pieces of gold ribbon that I measured that will fit around my head and gluing them together so that they make a point. And then I am taking some Velcro, gluing it at the back so I can Velcro this around my head. And then she has a little red diamond thing in the middle of her headband, so I'm taking these red rhinestones and gluing one right in the middle. So that is my completed DIY Sailor Moon costume. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me create it. I absolutely love the way it turned out. I think it's really fun and girly and really nostalgic because I absolutely loved this cartoon growing up. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up if you did and push the subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, if you haven't seen my Star Wars video yet, I did an R2-D2 and a C-3PO costume, and I also did a mermaid costume, and then last year I did Minnie Mouse, a flamingo, and Olaf from Frozen. So yeah, you guys should check those out if you haven't seen them already. And let me know what other Halloween videos you want to see from me. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!